Indeed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called 8 Feet Tall. A game about having unusual genetics and constantly sore foreheads from bumping into door frames. No, it has nothing. Well, I assume it has nothing to do with that. I would be highly surprised if it did. No, it is a game about a Japanese urban legend, I believe, which is purported to be somewhat spooky. So if I can find my mouse, which I can't, do I need to use the keys? Yes, I do need to use the keys, right. Are there any amusing options? I'm glad you've defaulted to a resolution that my screen can't even output, but by all means we'll pretend like everything's fine. There we go. Was that an animal or an instrument? It sounded like a curious mix of both. Oh, blimey. Press E to open the box. Oh, good. I'm so glad that my little spat on YouTube has devolved into me opening loot crates. Tremendous. Look at photos. Ah, this is from... 覚えている。おじいちゃんと一緒によく歩いた。朝の光がキラキラしてて、この間から過去の声が聞こえて、なんか森が喋ってるみたいだった。That's nice. I can barely hear a word of it because the audio is so quiet. Is there any No, the volume is really about as high as it's gonna go. Okay, right. It seems we have some voice acting. Seems good. I mean, it's there, so that's lovely. I've just realised how difficult it is to judge the quality of voice acting when you don't understand what the people are saying. But never mind. At least we've got the subtitles. I might shut up when it's going through in case I need to increase the volume of it because I'm not really sure what more I can do. Right. What is the next picture? この湖、神様が住んでるっておじちゃんが言ってた。水の匂いも。風の音も全部きれいだった。ここで神楽を踊るおじいちゃん、本当にかっこよかったんだ。Limber gentleman, he must have been. I'm sorry, the scent of the water? The scent of the water. I've got some water here. Let me just remind myself. Oh yeah, it doesn't smell of anything. Wonder the sun was in this lake that it smelt of something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. Maybe it smells of fish or something. I don't know. All right, never mind. Well, I mean, you know, the housing market is in a terrible state, so I can't really blame people for living in ponds. What happened next? この天狗の面、ちょっと怖かったけど、おじいちゃんがつけると全然違った。強くて守ってくれてって感じ。お祭りみたいに楽しかったのに。Right, okay, Tengu mask. Now that I've heard before. I've heard that phrase thrown around once or twice before with reference to these masks in the shape of a face. I don't really know what significance they hold or what specific characteristics they're supposed to have, except potentially having an elongated nose. I can't quite see if that one has one or not. But the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that was playing Far Cry 4 and seeing the masks of Yalung, was it, which were left behind by the serial killer. So I'm hoping that this is more cheerful than that, but we will see. It probably won't. これは、このとこいたっけ？なんかぼやけてるけど見たことあるよな、ないよな。でもなぜかドキドキする変な感じ。I think we might be having a heart attack. Never mind, and not just because of my appalling commentary. Right, I see. Is this photograph been taken with the same camera that is used to photograph every UFO and every Bigfoot in the world? Because it seems about right. What is that? It looks almost a little bit like a train sort of rushing towards us. Perhaps trying to run us down. I don't know. All right. I can't quite make out the date on there. I think most of the other ones have been in the 80s. Possibly the 90s as well. Is that 15 something, 1589 perhaps? No, of course not. They couldn't have photographs back in there. Phil, stop being stupid.
なんでダメなのか本当の理由知りたいでも一人で行くのちょっと怖いかもでもこのまま何も知らないのも嫌だおじいちゃんあの場所大事にしてたのにどうして何も言ってくれなかったのかな言っても怒られるだけかなでも見たい自分の目でだから明日朝早くにちょっとだけすぐ帰ってくるから多分大丈夫
Probably. It'll probably be fine. I'm so confused. Didn't she say that she'd been to the lake with her grandfather before, you know, to see him dance and wear the mask? I'm a little bit confused, but never mind. Something feels off. Wasn't like this the last time I came here. But I have to get to the lake. Yes, because last time there was voice acting, which seems to have disappeared. Never mind. If I want answers, I must keep going. Alright. It would seem that the voice actor is frightfully agoraphobic, and when we mentioned we were going outside, they had a heart attack and fell over stone, dead. But, no, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind interning in the process. That means there's less fiddly audio balancing for me to do in post. So that's lovely. I like the audio, though. The audio is very nice, the atmosphere. I might not be able to understand Japanese, but believe you me, I can understand the breeze in the trees as it sings its strange melodies. What the... I'm terribly sorry. Who is the that? This okay. This is okay. All of a sudden, things have gotten out of hand, and I appear to be dead. Was I supposed to be running along? Quite possibly yes. Oh no, quite possibly no. Grandma's house? Why am I here? A marvellous question.
みゆちゃん、やっと目が覚めたのね。
Hello.
よかった。本当に。大丈夫？体は痛くない？どこか怪我してない？
I'm mostly just confused. Yes, and mute. Yes, she stole my vocal cords, that demon monster thing. What happened? The last thing I remember was being in the forest. I saw a very tall woman who also seemed to be floating, which I'm sure helped her case. She was wearing a white dress, and I couldn't see her face. It was sort of hidden by her hair. She was making a weird sound.
それ、まさか。ちょっと待ってて。動かないでね。
I'll stay here. Is that my grandmother? She seems, when she was sat down, I actually thought it was a child at first. Never mind. I do like the Japanese architecture with the sliding doors. I am a sucker for a sliding door. I had a sliding door in a hotel room once, and I absolutely fell in love with the concept. I have these bloody doors opening to and fro. Shouldn't use such blue language in front of my dear darling grandmother, but never mind. Right. What happens next?
清めの塩よ。これで少しは守れるはず。
Protect me from what? It's not going to protect me from diabetes. That woman, who was she?
話は後。今はとにかく部屋から出ちゃダメ。
Alright. I'll stay here. It seems to be the infinite dark void of sickness out there.
誰か呼んでも開けないこと。いい？絶対に開けちゃダメ。
What if it's the Domino's pizza delivery man? I'm hungry. I don't know. Alright. I have to be a good boy. Alright. What is this? Yes, marvellous question. Why was grandmother in such a panic? I can't calm down. Perhaps I should stand and pace for a while. I need to go to the bathroom. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, right. Well, here's the bed. That's lovely. Here are the little piles of salt. I've heard of a salt circle, but not just...
みゆ聞いておくれ手伝ってお願い
just dotting it around. Oh, not you again. Oh, a PlayStation. Tremendous. What does that say? I was too busy interested in the game. What is
みゆ
that?
ちゃん大丈夫
Yes, everything's fine. Don't mind the puddle. Everything's fine. That crazy lady came here.
もう時間がないみゆちゃんあなたは呪われている森に戻って儀式をしなきゃ
Right. Why do you
鳥
know
をたど
about
って
this?
おじいさんがかくらをした神聖な湖まで行くのよそこにある鈴を取って唱え事を唱えるのよく覚えて
Okay, there's a lot to
洗い
absorb
た
here.
まえ清めたまえ忘れちゃダメよ唱えながら鈴を鳴らせば呪いは解ける私は
Okay,
もう
okay.
体が弱っていて一緒に行ってあげられないもう外は危ない今夜は寝なさい明日の日望までに必ず儀式を
Okay. Hang on a minute. So you're telling me that I went for a nice walk in the forest, and then a nice tall lady who tried to come up to me and ask me for some directions has now become some sort of overly attached girlfriend, and the only way to get rid of her is to show that I have such bizarre hobbies as to stand by the edge of a lake ringing a bell and chanting a phrase? Okay, fine. It's not the weirdest thing I've heard a pensioner say, so fine. We will pretend like everything's fine. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Never mind. What does that say? I do not know, but maybe it is one of the developers' other games. I don't know. Right! Let's go back to sleep and go to the forest tomorrow with my bell and see what we can manage. Right, there is the gate. Oh, is that what those are called? Those are quite common in imagery of Japanese architecture. So possibly that's what those are called, or possibly not. All right, I think I should go through the gate, shouldn't I? Because that is what my grandmother said. And if only I've been paying slightly more attention to what she said, then maybe I'll have a chance of surviving this. But I think she said to go through the gate and then ring the bell and say some words which I can't barely remember. Something about purifying evil, but all right. There's no other overly attached girlfriends who've come to join me on my lovely walk, is there? Hopefully not. I really do like the sound of the sun. The sound of the sun is very, very nice. Ah! Right, here we are. This is pleasant. And here is the... Ah, yes, indeed, it does have an elongated nose. Is that part of the design, then? Oh, blimey. I am so sorry. I just came here on holiday to enjoy some nice architecture. I've only been here 5 minutes and I've already destroyed what is probably a millennium-old prized relic. I am deeply, deeply sorry. Alright. Who are you? What? The bell is gone! Oh, hell's bells! What do I do at a time like this? If only I brought my emergency bell. Oh wait, no, I thought it was a rabbit at first. Oh blimey! There is a magic fox. There is the ghost of a magic fox which has stolen the ghost of a magic bell. And if I chase the ghost of the magic fox, I may find where it went, except it can run a hell of a lot faster than I can. This is very curious. I'm guessing this is based on a story, on a story of this person that we are playing the role of, whom who has to go through this process to try and save herself. Right. Interesting. Where has the fox gone? Oh, there's the fox gone. Right. Thank you so much for slowing down. I appreciate it. Me and my old bones aren't quite as limber as they used to be. I am holding down shift. It's, you know... It's not doing a lot of good. It's doing a little teeny tiny bit of good. But never mind. Let's keep following the familiar of Mr. Freeze and see what we find. The fog has an interesting, almost smoky effect when it's sort of just at the edge of the distance. This says something. I have absolutely no idea what, but never mind. I do vaguely recognise that third letter, isn't there? Isn't there a really similar shaped letter in I probably should have saw which way it went. In the Greek language? I feel like I've seen that in mathematical equations. And similar. Right. That's right, I hope so. I see these little lanterns at the side, but I don't know if those are something I should be following or not. I see I don't see the fox again. I do not know where the fox has gone. Oh wait, hang on, I think... No, I don't. Just once again, I see a lantern. Right. Am I the only one who's getting a little bit nervous about A, how the world seems to have tilted about 30 degrees, and B, how we probably should have encountered that fox again by now? But never mind, there's some pretty flowers, or are they mushrooms? I don't know, but I'm curious, I wish to know. Yes, lovely, lovely flowers. That's nice. That's cheerful and chipper and lovely. Oh, the fox! Hello again, fox. I'm so... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I could barely see him before, and I really can't see him now as he frolics through the long grass. So that's going to make things a little difficult. Ah... You must enter into the maw of the mine. Why didn't you say so? I'd have brought Axel and Sparks with me. Alright, oh blimey. Well, look on the bright side. He's easier to see now. Well, he was easier to see. I daren't go further without a torch. Alright. Let me take this here. Ha ha! Right. Not only may I see where I am going, I may also produce some delicious toast. Right. The plappy sounds are less than pleasant, but the ripple effect is lovely. That is not something you typically see. That's not something that most little indie games like this would fuss around with. So that's rather nice. I rather like that. I always like a little bit of attention to detail. Right. Okay. Now, it's important at this juncture that I ask a question. And the question is, would you rather live with an overly attached girlfriend who floats into your bedroom in the middle of the night, is scared of salt and whispers po po po, whatever under the sun that is supposed to mean, maybe she's just a fan of the Teletubbies and really wants you to know, or continue down this deep, dark, scary, drippy chasm which has screamy gentlemen in them? I don't know, but I am deeply, deeply disturbed. However, I feel the only appropriate thing to do is be grateful there's water here, meaning that nobody can observe any additional puddles I create. I think I'm just gonna have to soldier on. More signs. Oh, I don't know what they say. I thought they said the same thing, but they don't, do they? The first character is different. Second and third characters are the same. What does this one say? I mean, what does it look like? Again, I think the first two characters are the same, but the second and the third character are the same, but the first one's different. Alright, which way should we go? Well, we heard a spooky noise from that one. I'm gonna go this way so that my socks have an opportunity to dry out. Well, so much for that little endeavour. Let's just continue to meander. I love how my footsteps are so close together, as if to make me think I've got legs that are about 3 inches long. Just recognised there wasn't a big rock falling behind me and sealing the way, was there? That would be a little worrying and disturbing. Let's observe the beautiful stalactites and the stalagmites. And the other such beautiful geology. And oh blimey, oh blimey. Well, I can see nobody, so that makes me happy. I can see pentagrams, which makes me less happy. What's this? Ah, a ritual bell. Brilliant. That will come in handy. I can ring it, and with it summon a servant to take my tray. Right, I should return to the lake quickly before the woman comes back. Right, okay. From a game design perspective, I like this. From every other perspective, including self-preservation, I don't. Right, did I just get madly lucky picking the left one as being correct? I don't know. I can't read the signs. Maybe there's a bell at the end of all of them, and it just depends which one. I don't really know. I don't know. I've never been very good at languages, as you can observe by my complete inability to master the English language. So, you will forgive me, sincerely, I hope, if I hightail it out of here. Right. And at last, I may have dry feet once again. Alright. Oh, good. I'm leaving that there for the next traveller. That's very, responsible. I don't remember there being this many flowers before. Which is lovely. I'm very much in favour of wildflower meadows. I think that's a lovely idea. But, it's turned suspicious. I hope that the field is not running crimson with the blood of a battle. And and here we observe the average audience reaction to one of Phil's jokes. Right, I think this man has suffered enough. Let's see if we can't put him out of his misery. She took what she wanted and she left. Hello, are you alright? Oh my goodness, there's not much of you left, is there? Right. Okay. That's interesting. So, she's not just an overly attached girlfriend with an ostentatious interest in the Teletubbies. She's also a murderer. Brilliant. This relationship's getting better and better by the minute. Oh, blimey. Okay, okay. I'm not so much enjoying these breeze in the trees. This breeze in the trees could stop if it damn well pleased. Oh, blimey! Be gone! I'm pressing the button as much as I can, except half the time it doesn't even seem to be registering. Come on! I don't know what I'm trying to achieve, but I'm trying really hard. Oh, bloody hell! I was going to say I need to exercise more, but what exercise if I was doing that a lot? I don't know, popping bubble wrap perhaps. Okay. Okay. I've got to try and remember how I got here. I am No, I'm thinking I'll go the other way because it has nothing to do with her. Okay. It would make sense for a lake or a pond to be at the lowest point in the terrain, right? Because the water would sort of run down naturally towards that sort of position. So that makes some intuitive sense. But, you know, if we were just going by intuitive logic, we wouldn't have floating crazy people performing murder. Oh, hooray! We've found something. Oh, not you again, you daft woman. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Right, tappity, 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 tappity. I like the visual effect. It's nice. I don't like the effect this is having on my arm. I think I might possibly be being very stupid. Either that, or I'm about to dreadfully overcomplicate things than they need to be. But it seems that when it goes up in two little notches, and then it waits a while, and then it goes back up in two little notches. Do you think it might be going with the heartbeat? Do you think instead of frantically, wildly, inanely, and bizarrely whacking the button with all the intelligence of a Neanderthal, do you think instead I ought to be trying to match it to the heartbeat? I almost want to get caught again just so I can test that. Oh, lovely. A second form of flower. That's lovely. Where's my overly attached girlfriend gone? Where has she gone? I wish to experiment. Not like that, for goodness sake. We're in public, in an ancient ritual site. For goodness, where's the what's it gone? Where's the mask with the big hooter gone? I don't know. I don't know where the scary lady's gone either. Okay, never mind. Maybe we won't find out if I was doing it wrong. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I don't know, but I don't remember the words to say, so let's ring the bell. Oh. What? Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. I can't concentrate on... I said the wrong thing. You failed to perform the ritual. Yes, I did. Mostly because I'm an idiot and I cannot focus on two things at once. Right, okay. Okay. So I needed to actually remember what old Grandmama said. So presumably... Oh, I was gonna say, presumably it's gonna put me, back to the quite early in the game, because it's gonna have to give me another opportunity to hear what Grandma said. But no, I get the distinct impression we're just gonna go back to the main menu screen. So that's unfortunate. I need to remember what the words were. So I think I'm going to end up going back to the beginning of the game, writing down what Grandma said, and then seeing if I can succeed at this. It might give me another opportunity to practice the E button pressing QuickTime event thing again. Right, yes, that would be good. I need to actually see if I can finish playing the game first, and then we'll worry about all of that later. So, yes, give me a few moments. I am going to see if I can do this ever so slightly less disastrously, which I appreciate is a very, very, very low bar, because my first attempt was an absolute cock-up, but let's see what I can manage. Right, it would appear I judged the game slightly too quickly. When I went to play the game, it said I could start at a checkpoint, which put me back to when I stepped out of the cave, which is lovely because it means there's not that much more to go through. It does mean, however, that I didn't observe obviously what Grandma said. So, oh blimey, I've suddenly got the hiccups. Forgive me. I had Scotch eggs for tea, and they're coming back to bite me. But never mind. Okay, this is good, because the first thing I want to do is test how this works. Okay, yeah, this seems to work a lot better. Is the thing that I need to fill this before... Yes, okay. So, the thing is I need to fill that before she murders me. Right. Right. Oh, right and tight. Blimey. Okay. Can we... Yes, this is lovely. This is lovely. It is. I assure you. But, you know, the slight... You do realise, game developer people, that I'm going to die a lot doing this. So I'm going to see your credits many, many times. Right. Okay. So you need to fill the bar before she comes and gives you a great big kiss. That is good to know. I don't really seem capable of actually filling the bar that quickly, and that just hitting it wildly and frantically was more effective because then at least I didn't die. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is what it says when it says check. So, okay, I think I'm going to have to go back to my frantic button mashing. Oh dear, I am trying to remember what Grandma said, and I am struggling severely. It said something... I feel like the word evil was in there, and the word cleanse was in there, and it was definitely in two parts, and I think it was the second part was something like cleanse me of evil, or perhaps cleanse my body of evil. I can't quite remember. Oh good, we have to go through Screamy Face the Mighty. Yes. She has extracted his brain and murdered him. She's going to be frightfully upset when she cracks open my head and discovers there's nothing inside. Never mind. Right, I shall try this again. Yeah, it just struck me. I said I wanted to do better than last time. I somehow managed to do worse. Because I didn't even survive the initial quick button encounter. So that was daft. Never mind. I'll see if I can get us back to the ritual site, and I guess we'll just have to guess at a phrase while I frantically hit E with my left hand. So, okay, right, let's have another try at this. Okay, it seems like hitting it any faster isn't that much good, and that just hitting it at a decent regular pace does seem to be enough. Okay, assuming that it operates under the same principle in the ritual, I should just have to keep whacking that button as much as possible in order to buy me more time to study the phrases and see which is the one that I want to do. You know, if I was real sensible, I would have quit the game, looked back at the recording, paused it at the moment when the words came up, wrote them down, and then go back to the beginning. But I didn't want to go through the long cave bit again. Well, maybe I do want to go through the long cave bit again, actually, because then I could explore some of the other sides, like not go left this time, but go forward or right, and see what that leads me to, whether that leads me to doom, destruction, death, and debarkation from this earth of ours. So right, oh blimey, here we go again. I'm sure it has got something to do with the heartbeat. Yeah, I'm sure it's going up in line with the heartbeat. Maybe it's just you only press when the heartbeat is... Maybe it's just you only press when the heartbeat's going, but it's not necessarily like two presses. It's not that you have to be in line with the heartbeat, it's just you can only press when the heart is beating. I really don't know. I really haven't the faintest idea. I'm just muddling through one day at a time, and you've come back again. That's marvellous. And that's less than marvellous. Does it have physics? Can I kick it about? Can we have a kickabout? No. Seemingly we can't. Right, shall we try this again? Right. I'll whack those buttons as wildly as I can. Now, what phrase do we think it is? Cleanse my soul, purify me of evil. Try that one. Rattle. By random bloody chance, I think we managed it. Oh, this is perfectly pleasant. Now that I put my colour correcting glasses back on, I can actually see what the hell's going on. This is lovely. This is positively pleasant. Right. Hooray! You performed the ritual successfully. Huzzah! Oh my goodness, that was really good fun. I really enjoyed that. A relatively simple game, but this is much happier and more cheery, isn't it? Yes, a relatively simple game. It doesn't necessarily do anything new, but it does it very nicely, and it presents itself and its narrative. I was going to say relatively effectively despite the language barrier. No, well, obviously there was a subtitles I could understand. This is very nice music. I assume this is original, judging by the credits. So that's lovely. It really is really nice indeed. Very nice. Very nice indeed, yes. Very nice visuals, very nice atmosphere, very nice little story. Very nice to put together. I'm not sure what you would find at the other edges of the cave, but I don't know as I entirely be bothered to go right back to the beginning of the game. Yeah, I don't know as I can be bothered to go right back to the beginning of the game. Don't seem to be able to leave this menu either. In order to test that, but perhaps you can find that out for yourself. So that was really rather good, and I really rather enjoyed it. As I said before, it's always nice to explore the folklore and the spooky stories of other countries and cultures, because they often have something rather interesting and rather unique to offer. So it's always nice to see. And as a man who knows absolutely nothing whatsoever about Japan, its people, its culture, its history, or its traditions, or its architecture, or its their plants, for want of a better word, I say that seemed very authentic, so that's nice. Presumably the developers must have some familiarity with Japan if they've presumably got the writing correct and they're familiar with the story. So maybe it's from Japan. I really don't know. What I do know is that was a really rather good game, and I very much enjoyed it. And I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.